This is PSN Newsrun, streaming exclusively on YouTube.
Tensions rise as House suspends Senate bills over 140 pending concurrences. Meanwhile, another type of tension is brewing as Labour Party issues 48-hour ultimatum to Peter Obi. Stay with us for details of this and more. We begin with our lawmakers. A legislative standoff is brewing as the House of Representatives halts all Senate bills, protesting the upper chamber's delay in concurring with over 140 House-passed bills. Here's Ella with all the juicy details.
Tension is rising at Nigeria's National Assembly as a tough war brews between the Senate and the House of Representatives over stalled legislation. The House has announced it will suspend consideration of all Senate-originated bills, accusing the upper chamber of sitting on over 140 bills passed by the lower house, some delayed for more than 6 months. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas made the declaration, calling the imbalance unacceptable. Lawmakers say this one-sided treatment is crippling progress and threatening effective governance. The conflict came to a head during a debate on a Senate bill proposing an orthopedic hospital in Osun State. Minority Leader Kingsley Chinda seconded the motion but reluctantly, slamming the Senate's neglect of House legislation. Members like Ahmed Jaha and Dogomi Abiante backed the move, urging the House to adopt a tit-for-tat approach until the Senate shows reciprocity. Abiante revealed that his own bills have sat idle in the Senate House since 2024. Under the Section 58 of the Nigerian Constitution, both chambers must pass a bill before it reaches the President. But the current deadlock could stall important reforms and create legislative gridlock. The House is now demanding a commitment from the Senate. Act on our bills or expect your own to be sidelined. Whether this escalates or leads to reform, it's clear. Nigeria's legislative harmony is under serious strain. Ella Okechukwu, PS News.
The federal government moves to ensure steady power for military bases, calling it a national security priority, with reforms targeting outdated infrastructure and new clean energy projects underway. Here's Marianne with the full scoop.
The federal government is prioritizing stable electricity for Nigerians' military bases, calling it a national security imperative. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu made the announcement during a meeting with the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar. In Abuja, Adelabu revealed that ongoing reforms will address outdated infrastructure and long-abandoned metering contracts. A 3.1 megawatt mini-grid has already been commissioned at the Nigerian Defense Academy, with similar projects on the way in Jaji and soon at Air Force bases nationwide. He stressed that the military is a strategic institution, not a commercial entity, and deserves tailored, reliable, and clean energy solutions. The ministry is also planning a high-level meeting with all DISCOs and NERC to develop a sector-wide fix, including modern transformers and protection of military grid lines. Air Marshal Abubakar welcomed the initiative, urging a quick resolution of illegal connections and billing issues. Both sides pledged deeper collaboration. Marianne Awia, PS News.
In politics, the formation of a new opposition coalition under the ADC has sparked swift reactions, raising questions about its unity, legitimacy, and real potential to challenge the APC in 2027. Joycelyn heads this analysis.
Nigeria's 2027 political race may have just shifted gears with the emergence of a new opposition mega coalition under the African Democratic Congress, ADC. On July 2nd, a high-profile alliance featuring former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's Peter Obi, ex-Senate President David Mark, Sule Lamido and others declared their intention to challenge the APC using ADC as their unified platform. The coalition's unveiling wasn't without drama. The original venue, Wells Carlton Hotel, reportedly cancelled under political pressure. Undeterred, the group moved to the Shehu Musa Yaradua Center and pressed forward with their announcement. However, tensions are already brewing. A fraction within ADC, led by Musa Matara, has rejected the coalition, claiming the party was hijacked. Former ADC presidential candidate Dumebi Kachuku called the move illegitimate. Meanwhile, APC has dismissed the alliance as a club of political desperados, predicting an easy re-election for President Tinubu. Despite ADC's weak 2023 performance, just one House seat and no Senate wins, Atiku and Obi collectively secured over 54% of the presidential vote, compared to Tinubu's 36.6%. If they avoid splitting votes and unite behind a single candidate, this coalition could be a serious contender. Still, major challenges loom: internal rifts, legal disputes over party leadership, and the risk of ego clashes. Add to that the APC's financial muscle and entrenched political machinery. Whether this coalition signals a real threat or another short-lived alliance will depend on its ability to stay united, build grassroots momentum, and offer a clear alternative by 2027. Joycelyn, Ella Keche, Ada, PS News.
Meanwhile, in a related report, Peter Obi has been given 48 hours to resign from the Labour Party over alleged links to a new opposition coalition, as the party distances itself from what it calls a gathering of desperate recycled politicians. Joycelyn is on the political desk with all the details.
The Labour Party has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to Peter Obi, its 2023 presidential candidate, to formally resign from the party over his alleged involvement in the newly formed opposition coalition. In a statement by the Labour Party's National Publicity Secretary, Obiora Ifo, the Julius Abure-led leadership accused its 2023 presidential candidate, Obi, of secretly lobbying party members to join what they described as a coalition of recycled and frustrated politicians. The party made it clear that it is not part of the new alliance, warning that those involved are self-serving and unfit to deliver the new Nigeria they claim to champion. Labour Party also condemned any member with dual loyalty, stating it would not tolerate individuals who operate within the party by day and associate with rival groups by night. Calling the coalition a platform for opportunists seeking a return to power, the party urged members to stay loyal and preserve its structure ahead of the 2027 elections. Joycelyn, Ella Keche, Ada, PS News.
And now, to dreams coming true, Chief Owolabi Salis has made history as the first Nigerian to journey into space, joining 5 others aboard Blue Origin's NS statutory mission in a groundbreaking suborbital flight. Tessa Phillips filed in this report.
History has been made. Chief Owolabi Salis has become the first Nigerian to travel to space, joining 5 others aboard Blue Origin's NS-33 mission. Launched from West Texas, the suborbital flight reached an altitude of 105.2 kilometers, crossing the Kármán line and officially entering space. Salis, a United States-based lawyer and spiritual leader from Ikorodu, Lagos, called the mission a spiritual journey and a call to inspire future generations across Africa. The 10-minute flight offered a rare view of Earth and several moments of weightlessness before safely landing back on Earth. Salis's participation marks a major moment for Nigeria, as the country joins a growing list of nations represented in private space flights. His presence also signals Africa's rising role in global space exploration. Blue Origin's NS-33 mission now brings the total number of humans to fly suborbitally to 123 as private space tourism continues to break barriers, this time with a proud Nigerian face aboard. Tessa Phillips, PS News.
President Trump has officially shut down USAID, ending 6 decades of U.S. humanitarian and development effort. Critics warn this move could leave global health, poverty, and democracy-building initiatives in jeopardy. Let's hear Joycelyn out on this one.
After more than 60 years of global humanitarian work, the U.S. Agency for International Development, better known as USAID, has officially been shut down under President Donald Trump's administration. The decision is part of a broader government overhaul led by the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, which labeled the agency wasteful spending. Funded in 1961 by President John F. Kennedy, USAID has been a major force in fighting poverty, supporting public health systems, and strengthening democracies worldwide. From rebuilding post-conflict zones to funding schools, clean water access, and HIV treatment programs, USAID has played a key role in development across Africa, Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East. Critics of the shutdown warn that the consequences will be global. Many low-income countries that rely on U.S. foreign assistance for health, food security, disaster relief, and education may now face severe gaps in support. Aid workers say existing projects have been halted midstream and local partner organizations are scrambling to find new lifelines. While the Trump administration insists that foreign aid will now be leaner and tied directly to U.S. strategic interest under a new program called America First, many fear that dismantling U.S. aid will weaken America's soft power, destabilize fragile regions, and roll back decades of progress in global development. U.S. aid staff, once 13,000 strong, has been reduced to a small fraction, and remaining programs are being absorbed into the State Department. As one era ends, the world watches closely to see what a future without U.S. aid looks like for the millions who once depended on it. Joycelyn, Ella Keche, Ada, PS News.
And on sports, and on a sad note, Liverpool and Portugal forward Diogo Jota and brother die in a ferry car crash in Spain. Sam is on the sport desk.
In a heartbreaking tragedy, Liverpool and Portugal forward Diogo Jota, 28, and his younger brother Andre Felipe da Silva have died in a ferry car crash in Spain. The accident happened in the early hours of the A52 motorway near Zamora. According to Spanish authorities, a tire blew out while their Lamborghini was overtaken, causing it to veer off the road, roll, and catch fire. Emergency service found both men deceased at the scene. Official confirmation came from the Portuguese Football Federation, which mourned the loss of two champions and vowed to honor their legacy. Diogo Jota, who married just days ago and lives behind a wife and 3 children, was a key player for Liverpool, scoring 65 goals in 182 games and earned 49 caps for Portugal, helping them win 2 UEFA Nations League titles. His brother, Andre, was an attacking midfielder for Penafiel in Portugal's 2nd division. As investigations continue, the football world has been shaken by this sudden loss. Tribute poured in for the talented siblings whose promising lives were tragically cut short. This is Samuel Akpan for PS News.
You just watched PSN Newsrun, streaming exclusively on YouTube. This is your trusted voice for news that matters. Subscribe, like, share, and stay informed.